I'm on my way out the door, but I want to leave you with this quick inspiration. It can be hard sometimes to find your creative lane, especially if you're going into a new season of life, or if you're shifting gears in life. Our creativity can shift when we're shifting. So sometimes it's hard to tap into another level of your creativity, and especially if we admire somebody already is at a level where we want to be. Like, it's like, yo, I want to do what that person doing. That person is my role model. That person is my motivation. We go to people's Instagram pages. We go to people's websites. And, we can find some good inspiration to tap in to our creativity. I'm a designer. I've been a designer for 20 plus years. So the designer I was 20 years ago is nothing like the designer I am now. I credit my growth, number one, to God. And number one, I do have role models that I look up to. I do follow other people who are like, I am truly impressed with their work. I'm truly impressed with what they're doing. And I find motivation, not trying to be a copycat, not trying to do exactly what they're doing, but it's like, oh wow, that motivates me. So now I'm taking all these different pieces and now making it my own. Sometimes when I found myself not really being comfortable with the new version of Erica, is we can often feel like, well, dang, that person is doing much better than me. I don't think I'll ever be able to get there. Or that person is charging $5,000 for their services. I don't think I'll ever be able to charge that amount. Listen when I'm telling you, like, you got to continue the process. You have to continue going. You have to continue. If you stop right here, if you get stuck right here, you'll never be able to see the next version of yourself. If you stop right here, you'll never be able to see the next version of yourself. So if I was to stop in year 5, I would have never gotten here to year 20. You got to continue. So if you get stuck and if you fall down the rabbit hole of being so inspired by somebody, and now you're frozen, now you're paralyzed because it's like, oh, I can never do that. What they doing ain't meant for you to do, and what you're doing is not meant for them to do. Find your own lane, find your own spark. So I encourage you to really keep going with what God has called you to do. Keep going in the creative field that you're in. And that's anything. That could be a designer, that could be an artist, that could be a chef, that could be a musician, that could be a singer, that could be a preacher, that could be a life coach, a business coach, whatever creative space you are in that God has called you to. Learn to love the lane you're in. Yes, lanes are going to shift. And then when it shifts, learn to love that lane. It might take a second to love it, but at least learn to like it. And then when you start liking it, then you can fall in love with it. All right. I just want to encourage you, don't stop. You're doing something that God has called you to do, which means somebody needs you. Somebody needs your service. Somebody needs your product. And eventually, if you keep going, you are going to get to the platform you want to be at. You are going to get to be able to charge the price range you want to charge. There is somebody right now doing something similar to what you're doing, and they're charging more, and your work is better. Woo, Jesus. Say it again. Somebody else has gotten so comfortable with what they're doing that they're charging what you should be charging. But you have developed and matured to a place where you can produce better and you're charging less. Nobody is better than the other. God bless that person and God bless you. But that person has grown to a level of confidence and comfortable, tongue twist, comfortable, you know what I'm trying to say. That person has grown to a level of confidence and has hit a niche, hit a target audience who don't mind paying that person's prices. But it takes time to get there. But how much more time are you going to take to get there? Little by little, step by step. Get in networking groups. Get into the rooms of the people you aspire to be like. That ticket, that networking ticket might be $500. That networking ticket might be $250. But if you really feel within your spirit that that's the room you need to get into to change your mindset, to shift your mindset, to get you to the level of clients you're trying to attract, book it. Book it. God forbid that one event don't necessarily get you to the place you're trying to get to. Go to the next event. Go to the local events, the free events you can attend, and go to all of the paid ones you can attend. Whatever your budget allows, whatever event you can get into, whatever room you can get into, get in it. I am a believer of networking. I've flown out of state. I've flown out of country. I've gotten in my car. I've gotten on trains to be in rooms with like-minded people who think different than me. They think higher than me. And I just need to be connected to that, to find my spark, to keep going higher in my calling, in my gifts, in my talents, and in my anointing. God bless you. Don't stop. If you gotta pause where it calls. But whatever you do, don't quit. Don't quit. If you gotta pivot, go ahead and pivot. But whatever you do, don't quit. I love you so much. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.